Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. There's a lot going on. There's a lot. I mean, I couldn't even get through everything via, in the crypto minute. So we're just going to have to break it down here. Glenlivet, rather. Awesome whiskey. They just released the 12 elements. The bottles are expected, it's a 50-year whiskey. They're expecting the bottles to go for about $43,000 each. Here's why. Each label design is an NFT. That's very cool. So I'm gonna pay attention to that. I'm gonna call my friend. He's a big fan of Glenlivet. And I still could be butchering that name, so I apologize. But, because we were on, the guys and I always have a Christmas dinner, just us. And we go out to dinner, goof around. We've grown up since, little kids. And we went back to one of the houses and we were just sipping Glenlivet all night long. All night long. And not little glasses. Ripple acquires Standard Custody and Trust Company. It's another custodial service on top of Medico. You see where this is going, right? So they're building that backdrop. They're building that customer base. They're building on, that custodial service. And I want to see how that goes because, again, they're not focused on retail investors. They're focused on institutional investors, which means their infrastructure has to be big. So remember when I told you before that when I look at Ripple, I look at, what it is that they're doing from a stock perspective, not just an XRP perspective. So from an XRP perspective, they really haven't been doing much. But from a stock perspective, when they finally go IPO, which I think will be this year, they're going to have major upward momentum. And this is why. So now I want to see, somebody had mentioned, hey, maybe they took those two executives, product development, CEO from Medico because they're doing other work at Ripple. I don't know. I'd like to find out. But this purchase, along with the Medico purchase, actually says a lot about what their game plans are. So I am paying attention. It's on my radar. Grayscale has diminished their outflows for the moment. They still have outflows. Let's not get it twisted. They still have outflows. But they've decreased, fairly well. BlackRock's IBIT skyrocketing. Almost 500K in a day in Bitcoin. That said, something that's looming over Grayscale is we know that there's about $1 billion that FTX plans on selling. So waiting for that shoe to drop. Will that have a negative hit on Bitcoin? Maybe. Don't know. But if you woke up today, if you're lucky like me, we all woke up, Bitcoin is well over $51,000. It's at 51,664 at this moment. So we should be paying attention, right? We really should be paying attention to everything that's going on. And Bitcoin is not the only one that's up. Bitcoin is not the only one that's up, and it's not the one that's up the most. Okay? Billionaire Mike Novogratz, a couple of days ago, went out there and he was like, listen, I can tell you 34 trillion reasons why you should be involved in crypto, specifically Bitcoin. That happens to be the U.S. debt. The United States is having problems just keeping up with the interest payments on that debt. And you wonder why a lot of people are saying the rich, wealthy companies need to start paying their fair share. There's only but so much that the solo person can actually pay. You can't keep squeezing, water from a stone, right? So at some point, things have got to give. If you haven't been paying attention, Jeff Bezos just sold $4 billion worth of Amazon stock. But what did he do that was very important before he sold that stock? He moved his residence to Miami. That's in Florida. So he didn't have to pay whopping taxes. He didn't have to pay a tremendous amount of taxes on that sell-off. Again, this is why Mike Novogratz is saying, yeah, I'd be involved in crypto, because that $34 trillion debt is no joke. It's no joke. What's up next? People are expecting Bitcoin to start hitting all-time highs again. There are a couple of traders that are expecting Bitcoin to actually balloon up to 64,000 in the near future, which is doggone close to the $69,000 all-time high. So I had to make sure that my hands were all right. Might need lotion, because my mom would get upset. Just saying. So, but I pay attention to that because when you look at everything that's going on, again, we're at 51,000, right? And you'll see the numbers later when we go over them. That is huge. When everybody started to panic yesterday, when CPI numbers came out, everybody's, oh my God. Why? A couple of weeks ago, we were at 43,000. Bitcoin was at 43,000. I had a client pay us in Bitcoin when it was at 43,000, and I was upset that we didn't catch it when it was at 40. But that's all right. I mean, I wasn't upset. I was just like, oh man, imagine. But at 43,000, now we're sitting at 51. Yup. I'm trying to grow my bag in any way possible, right? And I want you guys to start paying attention to not just the news I give you and the news you accumulate from elsewhere, but I really want you to start looking at the threads. Like, there are a lot of people out here that do videos, and they're all about, giving you, technical analysis or pseudo technical analysis. And you might be asking me, well, what's pseudo technical analysis? That's when somebody else does the charting and all they do is read the bullet points from the chart, right? Nothing against that, but I try to give you things that offer you the why. I'm not looking at the past based on just numbers and stuff like that. I'm looking at why something could go in that direction. So you can kind of see what's coming or what could come. Keep it educated. Just keep it educated. Something else that I noticed today. You can actually, if you have a ledger, from within Ledger Live, you can actually connect to Coinbase to start doing some of your purchases. Whoa. Yeah. They've integrated Coinbase Pay. And that's actually a major convenience. So not just your credit card and other things that you might prefer to use, but now you could actually connect your Coinbase wallet and buy direct. And as soon as it comes in, it hits your Ledger wallet. Not a bad integration. And we know that Ledger needs the positivity. Why? Because they screwed up so bad with that whole third party breaking up your key thing. Like, no, I don't want anybody else having my keys. I don't even want anybody having a piece of my keys. Nope. And if it was, it would be my family. I give you a couple of words, 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 you a couple of. That's it. Give the dog a couple of words. Put on a little tag around Stitch's neck. But that's what I try to pay attention to is just what's coming that's either gonna make or break a wallet. So right now I'm going, wow, we're at 51. I'm always looking for that 5+% pullback. Why? Because if I start to see it, I'm going to sell, depending on which wallet I'm looking at. I'm going to start to sell. Why? Because I want to take advantage of being up, and I want to be able to take advantage of that dip. That's why. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should go over the numbers. So let's do that. Let's get over that. Actually, no, let's start here. There you go. Let's start with this puppy. So if you look at this, that's it. These are your only losers. Decentralized social down for the second time. Wow. That's kind of nuts. But everybody else, yeah, you hit zero real fast. You hit zero real fast. And remember, I take a snapshot of the top 250, and of those top 250, that's when I tell you the top 25 and bottom 25, right? Flipping over to the other side, I have to do some research on white rhinoceros. I really do. I mean, they're ranked 125. They've got an over $500 million market cap. The way I look at things is you've got, 100 billion. I mean, no, 100 million to 500 million, 500 million to a billion to 2, and then beyond, right? Everything under 100 million, yeah. Unless I know about the project and I believe in the project, like what their use case is, I'm probably not going to take a look. I'm probably not going to look at it. Really not. Especially given age and everything else, I'm probably not going to look at it, right? But I would admit, I do have to look at white rhinoceros. I mean, just look at that upward momentum right there, 814%. Only 47% off its all-time high, market cap of $600 million, sorry. That's nuts. That's nuts. Psy is up 16%. Blur is up 15%. Let's see who else we have. Pith. That's right. It's a baby oracle, right? Ranked number 78, up 11%. Now, Chainlink is number 1, but there are other oracles. Of those other oracles, I think Pith is probably number 2. Probably. Right? So when I look at them, I'm kind of like, yeah, that's something to pay attention to. Dog with Hat is up 14%. Again, complete meme coin. Just a flippin' meme coin. Up 14%. Just below that $500 million market cap. VeChain is up. Why are they up? Well, earlier this month, I told you, they're doing business with Walmart and hit 200 mil in transactions. Oh, yeah, right? That'll make you choke on it a little bit. Yeah. I bought VeChain eons ago, years ago. And everybody thought I was tripping. Why are you buying VeChain, bro? Why are you buying VeChain? Now you know why. They're focused on supply chain management. Again, looking at the use case. All right. Bitensor, I don't know what it does. I keep saying I have to look into them. I haven't had time. We've got a few things going on that we'll be introducing soon. But they're up 10%. Stacks is up 10%. I love Stacks. Let's see who else is up that I'm paying attention to. That's it. Jitto is up 7%, but I'm not playing with Jitto. Just not something I'm into at the moment. No rub against the team. Maybe they're doing some good stuff. Just not my thing right now. Right? What else do we have going on? So if you're looking, let's start the way we normally start. You have the earnings calendar. You have Cisco coming out, Equinix coming out, CME Group. That's big to pay attention to as well. You have energy companies that are coming out. Kraft Heinz, okay, condiments. I want to pay attention to that. Williams Companies is another one I would want to pay attention to. HubSpot, marketing. That's something else I want to pay attention to as well. It's just from my own thing. But pay attention to those earnings calls. Pay attention to those earnings calls. Pay attention to the sectors, the market sectors that they're in, the industries that they're in, because that might give you an idea about what's going on, what's coming, what's not. So VeChain going up because of its deal with Walmart. How is Walmart doing? Are we seeing more? Walmart speaks to the normal retail level person. So that's why I pay attention to that. Right? You see all the correlations, how all the threads, get in between everything. Don't have to go through this. I mean, we already had, CPI. We have jobs numbers coming out later. That's not a biggie. A couple of Fed people talking. You have the fear and greed index. Yesterday it was at 79. Today it's at 74. Okay. Not bad. I mean, a little bit of profit taking. I'm pretty sure we're going to see it skyrocket tomorrow. Why? Because we hit over 51,000. That's why. You have, this makes me happy, you have the total value locked above 91 billion, almost 92 billion dollars. Not bad. Still far off from the over 200 that we were at, but still, that's freaking awesome. Almost 250, right? And again, I have to lower this and start looking at, okay, what's going on here? Look at that. Look at that. That's just huge. Way beyond my bands. I have not set up new bands yet. Because I'm just not seeing it. Right? I'm just not seeing 3 common spots that I would create a new band. You have numbers that you can use from the past that you can pull forward to right here. But in recent times, I'm just not seeing. I mean, you could put it right there at 48, right? 48,706. You could put one right there, right? Because those two line up. All right, just nips this one. All right, I can be all right with that. Again, I'm not a TA. I'm not a technical analyst. This is all how I look at the world, right? This is all how I look at it and see, okay, where am I? What is this? What is that? That's how I look at it. Again, do your own research so that you can learn how to create your own parameters and base things on how you work. That's really what I want to accomplish. All right. Especially with my kids. That's what I teach them. That's what I want to accomplish with them. So that's what I want to accomplish with you. Like I said, Stacks is up, staggering numbers. That's really cool. VeChain is up big. Psy is up big. Ethereum. Have you seen this price? $27.50. $27.50. You know what? Let's just skip over this so you can actually see what's going on. So right now, year to date, Bitcoin is outperforming Ethereum. Not bad. Everything's doing well, right? 13.97%, year to date for Solana. Not bad. All right. You start to see how everything starts to pick up. Pretty awesome. The past 24 hours, Bitcoin's done well. So remember that number, 3.30. Cardano doing better than Bitcoin over the past 24 hours. They've got a lot of things going on. They're about to have, I think it was an announcement, Charles Hoskinson made it, I think yesterday, that there are upgrades coming. He announced what those upgrades are going to be. So that's big. That's something to pay attention to. Pretty good. Polkadot is doing well over the past 24 hours, hurting on the year to date, but doing well. Do you see Chainlink? Chainlink over the past year to date, 35.55. Right? And if you notice, I'm bouncing from number to number to number. So I'm looking at the 1 hour, 24 hour, 7 day. I'm looking at each one of these breakdowns to kind of get a feel for the coins that I'm playing with. So it doesn't matter about the coin. It matters how you're looking at the numbers. And this is how I look at the numbers. I start looking to see, well, where are you now? Where were you then? What was your momentum coming into the year? Solana's momentum coming into 2024 was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And right now, Solana is just blasting the hell off. Hey, Stitch. That's my pup. That's my pup. There you go. Good boy. So that's what you start thinking about. You just want your pets. All right. What else do we have going on? That's it for right now. But pay attention to the news. Pay attention to what's going on out there right now with all the news and events that are going on. Not just the Bitcoin spot ETFs, but people are being disappointed that we're not going to get, we're probably not going to get a rate drop in March. We were never going to get a rate drop in March. It was never going to happen. Never going to happen. I told you, rate drops are not going to happen until third quarter. Third quarter is when you're going to see the first rate drop. And coincides with what? Yeah, that's when you're going to see the first rate cut, and that's when everybody's going to start scratching their head like, wow, okay, I guess the economy is not doing so poorly. It's not doing so well for all those people that got laid off, but it's not doing so poorly. Look at Shiba Inu up at 17. Why? Because they're getting crushed at the moment, but still, I believe in Shiba Inu. Dead serious. definitely believe in Shiba Inu. They've got a lot of good things going on. Anyway, that's Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Hope you like what I'm doing. Catch the articles, the full-blown articles on growmybag.tv. Drop me notes. Let me know if I'm doing what's good. Drop me notes if you have good suggestions. I like a good critique. I don't like being criticized. And what that means is a critique is meant to help you get better. That's what it means. It's meant to give you an idea about how to get better. Send those to me. Hit me up on growmybag.tv. Let me know what's up. If you like what I'm doing, let me know what's up. I love hearing from people, right? Peter, Andrew, Morgan, just everybody just reaches out, and I love it. I love it. It helps keep me going. And then, of course, my kids, crack jokes about it, but it's kind of cool. But I love critiques. I don't like criticisms. Criticisms are meant to hurt your feelings and to put down what you're doing. So I don't offer criticisms to everybody else. I offer them critiques. If they say, hey, what do you think? I give them a critique. Here's what I think is not so good. Here's an idea about how I think it could be better from my perspective. I'm only one person. That's why I always ask you guys every day for your input. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. It's Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. Talk to you later.